welcome to this new special episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around accompanying the episode 260 of Continuum Gaming. And today, as you already have noticed probably, we are going to have a look at the best of the games of the genre of flight space simulation. So it can be, in the end, it can be something like a rocket ship or something, or it can be something like a jet or whatever in the normal airstrike region here. And some of them are going to be in the space, some of them are going to be on the ground. It depends on what you really want here. And yeah, as always with all these best of serious stuff, it's extremely hard to get just 3 or just one of the best out here. So there are a couple of really great entrances here, and we have 3 in this case. I want to show you in this case, but there are a lot more. So if your game that you like the most or something isn't in the list, doesn't mean that the game is bad or that I think the game is bad. It's just very hard to collect or to select the best one out of all of these entries. And I might even miss some or did just not remember some of them, and so it's really hard for me to get the best one out. So if you have one that you really like and it's not in the list or something, then just put down in the commentary section a link or mentioning it, whatever, and I'll have a look at that, and of course everybody else can have a look at that too and might find 1 or 2 games he or she doesn't know till now. So yeah, and then I would say let's start with the first one. What I really like about Dogfight Elite in this case is how realistic it is. So if you have a look at that, there is a pretty realistic aircraft there. For some reason there's a horse in there and you can have a look at the pilot itself. Don't know why, but the aircraft itself can be updated and it's a realistic option you have there. So for instance, have a look at how long it takes till the throttle is fully engaged, and even then it takes a bit to really more or less fly off and do stuff with it, because that is pretty realistically. So if you are, for instance, in the air, you are going to have to wait a little till the steering is done and stuff like that. Turning around is a longer process and stuff like that. If you don't like this realistical approach, this game isn't for you. But if you like that, have a look at this, for instance. You're flying through some kind of a forest, and if I would hit the tree there, everything would be done, as it would be in real life, more or less. So it's really fun to play this game, especially if you're, for instance, bombing one of the other stations here. So this is an enemy Air Force base or something, I'm not sure. And we are flying over it and we have to bomb it, and as you can see, you really have to fly like a real aircraft here, and I bomb it with this bomb, and the bombshell camera is showing you what's happening there and stuff like that. It's pretty nicely done. It's hard to navigate if you don't have patience and stuff like that, and it would be like in real life. And in real life you are dying from a tree, and in this game you are dying from a tree. So if you like this kind of approach, this is a good contender for you. Space Racing 2 or Space Racing 3D 2 is more or less something where you can shoot. In some racings there are some kind of turrets around and stuff like that, and you have to level up to get against them. As you can see, you have a couple of different options here to level up and do stuff with your spaceship in this case. But in the end, this is a running game or a racing game. So we are going to drive around in futuristic aircrafts or spaceships in the end. And it really is fun to play this game, especially if you like to go with some kind of a racing scenario and not that much into war or something. And as you can see, there are power-ups, there are different options to navigate. You can navigate by the keyboard in this case, or you can, for instance, use the accelerator in your smartphone to do it. And in the end, it's flying a little bit around with speed ups and stuff like that. And in the end, I hope you are going to be successful as I was in this finish here. And yeah, it's a pretty nice game if you like this kind of style and this kind of scenario with pretty nice graphics, nice soundtrack, and I think it's a worthy second contender here. If you like Modern Warfare much better than, for instance, the old one from the first game I showed you, this one is probably for you. In this game you really can customize your jets, and modern jets in the end, with very many different options. You have options like even something like sound, so if you like the engine of the jet and stuff like that and you want to buy another sound, you can do that. There are a couple of different options to play here in different missions, many of them. You have even the controller to control the game in this case, and that is much fun. And yeah, for that reason this game is more or less the #1 game I would suggest you if you like, for instance, jet fights or any kind of space fights and stuff like that. Is it the most realistically? I would say no, because there are a couple of different, more or less flight properties you're not going to find in a real aircraft. For instance, here's an auto-aim at work and stuff like that. But if you just like the fun of it, you are just going to have a great time with nice looking aircraft, as you can see. This game is really something I would suggest you to try out, because it's really fun to go. As you can see here, something like an Harrier or something, I'm not sure. But in the end, if you really like this kind of style game, it's fun to go and try it out. Yeah, and that was the best pick I could get up, at least, from the genre of flight and space simulation games. And if you like anything else, please let me know in the commentary section down below, so I can have a look at that. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't subscribe till now, there is a button down below too. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Don't miss out on the normal episode over there. And other than that, see you in the next episode. Bye. Bye.